Okay, give me a minute here. See messages popping in on Discord. Let's get the Twitch stream started. Probably correct the title over there. That'd probably help. I'll get caught up on chat here momentarily. Let me just get everything started up here. See messages. Sounds good. Audio coming through fine. Mia, Darthon, Carlos, how's it going? Carlos, I'm not aware of any issues with the Endeavor system. Chadimer, McLoving, and Fleet Garumba. Yeah, the Fleet Garumba really has a neat set of visuals on it. Cross the consequences of using your own parse in release notes. I am down one of Spencer's thumbnails. Yeah, Kraust and Mara are going to both be in chat to answer any questions that pop up also for the parser. I appreciate you both hopping in. August, Findan, Waldo, Ice Knight, Michi. Morning, Ferengi, Bot Farm Man. Terrible. How's it going, Chiaps? Greg, Stuka, Rick, Jeff, Theo, Valerie, Nuclear Triad. That's a great name. P cubed, it goes back and forth. Like that, there's still value for the DPRM, but you know, if you're a really high end player doing really high end coordinated runs, the value of the DPRM in some situations has dropped off. In others, you know that there's still a benefit to it. It's not a bad console; it's still really good, but it doesn't hold the meta value that it had a while back. I clicked the wrong screen. Lord Bane, how's it going? I need to get my restream chat up here so I can see the Twitch side. Whiskey Tango. Stream over. And the Valkys variant of the Enterprise J is, again, you know, one of the few ships in the game that can actually use the Romulan drone ship pets. But the issue is the Protomatter console. Not everyone has that. If you miss that event, that's a Phoenix ship. That's an epic Phoenix token. So for a lot of us that have really high-end builds, well, we don't always use the DPRM nowadays, but there is still value to it. Personally, I was going to pick it up as soon as I saw the Marion was in it. The Marion's crazy for like the type of build I want to do for the side nuking and infected. That's not a build that everyone should do. In fact, that build is specifically designed for taking out a side and infected and sucks at literally everything else. So it's not a build that should be replicated. But you could do a decent side tort build on the Marion also. Ruin account wide. Yeah, I'm sad that there isn't a sale going on for it right now. I decided to finally pick up the Disco Inferno Choice Pack, and it's not on sale. I would have picked it up. I'm really surprised there's not a bundle sale going on. Okay, so I need to download OSCR here. So I'm going to drop this link in the chat. This is a beta version of OSCR, and if you run into any issues, find any, you know, terrible bugs, there is a support channel for OSCR over in the builds Discord, which is also linked in the description. And both Mara and Kraust are here and can help answer some questions. Okay. Neothomist. Almost worth buying into. Yeah, I know. That's what some people are certainly going to be picking it up for. Is it possible to stack the Marion trait with OSCR alone? Apparently not, Findan. Apparently the stacks, when you get a new stack, it doesn't refresh the duration on all stacks, is what I'm hearing. So maybe that's something we can complain about at some point to get changed, but I haven't tested the trait yet myself because I don't have the ship yet. Billy? Slider? KDF Captain thinking, yeah, the Durgath is an awesome looking ship. Trekkie, congrats. Dennis? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go now and download Oscar. So on the link that I put in chat, scroll down to the bottom and grab the oscar.zip. Go to your downloads folder. And you'll want to extract this. So let me do that quick. And there's the Oscar application you can run. Yeah, Kraus and Shingo have done a lot of good work there. And I need to point this towards the correct combat log file here. So let me do that quick. There we go. Now there is upload functionality in Oscar, but currently the hosting platform that's being used for the table we're on like the free plan for it. So we're on a limitation there. Where we've hit the cap, I think is what I was reading. So uploads won't work right now, but long term, we have discussions ongoing to get dedicated hosting for the league tables. So once that's all up and running, there's going to be a lot of different tables in Oscar that you can upload to. Yeah. So you've got not only the elite versions of some of these TFOs, we've also got like Hive Advanced in here now. Some of the other ground maps that people really like Jupiter Station, Operation Wolf. So you are going to have a few more maps that you can upload to, and the idea is long term that we'll be able to add in more maps as desired. Prometheus, how's it going? Yeah, Ice Knight, yeah. Yeah, it's really nice visually. It's come a long way, and I like seeing the stats here too for like or the info for what build type it is. So you can see here that it's marking, what the build detection. If I recall, there were still some issues with it, but they've done a lot of work here, and it's identifying correctly for a lot of these, what the type of build was for that upload. So you can see what the CSV runs were, or see if it's a kinetic run, CSV, fall, and so on. Avo Omni builds as FA. Waldo, there's still some discussion ongoing, but I think long term the idea is to put a lot more maps in. Steven, how's it going? Steven, you're up on the HSC table here or one of these tables from what I saw. HSC. I thought I saw Steven on one of these tables here. There's one of your characters. 9 here. And what's also really nice with this is there is a live parser. And that pop up for me. STO log file setting in the... Oh, I need to go to settings first. It's the STO log file. Do I need to manually type in the location of that? No. STO's log files. Oh, is it? RIP. Okay. I'm a bot. I'm sorry. An issue. Gotcha. There we go. There's the real-time parser. Let's resize that a little bit. I'm on the Windows scaling might be screwing this up a little bit. Dan, how's it going? No, uploads won't currently work because the limit's been hit on the current server. Dan? Is there a way to resize the... Oh, it's at the bottom. I'm blind. Okay. I'm blind. Has settings for more columns? Yeah. Live parser. So down here you can click to... Gotcha. Yeah, so definitely want to have the debuff on there. The attacks in. HPS, I'm not going to care about. Kills. We'll do kills. Lower right stack. Hop into a combat and give this a try. Move it right over here. And let's try the graph out. Yeah, on the builds Discord, Waldo, is where most of the discussion's been happening. Need to reload it. There we go. Probably going to turn the graph off for now. I don't remember what my Windows scaling's at. Oh, this one's at 100. $13 mil off an ISOMAG you rerolled? Very nice. Okay. Windows isn't wanting to snap there to the right spot. Okay. Put this... Let's just try a run here with the graph on, just see how it goes. For most builds, you just have one. Yeah, so right now, my right monitor here is 1440p with 100% scaling. But I've got a new monitor coming in tomorrow that's replacing it, so gonna be dual 4K, so long as the monitor I got from Amazon is in a poor state. Okay. Yeah, so I have an M28U as my left monitor, and Amazon had some used acceptable ones for like 270, so I just ordered another one there and figured I'd have my, just have a go and see how good or bad that ended up being. This is my left monitor right now. And like I said, it was 276 for a used acceptable one from Amazon warehouse, so we'll see how it is. But I figured I can sell my 1440p monitor for right around that price, so I can have the exact same monitor side to side. I think that'd be better than my current situation. Trekkie. I doubt. Rob, when did I wake up? I woke up at 2 a.m. and then I logged in, did my Azure Nebula. I did a Warships match or two to get that daily because I was apparently missing like 1,000 points there. And then I went back to sleep and woke up again at like 8 a.m. Yeah. I thought about grabbing some 32-inch monitors, but right now the 28-inch ones are fine for me, and I have a 34-inch ultra wide up above. So my worry was if I did go to 32, I don't know how the spacing would be with my current setup. The live parser isn't smart yet. Gotcha. Okay, let's do a public queue of infected. And I'm going to try something different here. I want to try just the Pavo Omnion just to see what that does, because I have not really tried that on my plasma build so far. Cheops, I pretty much was. I was up like 20 hours at that point. Nick just got a pair of M27Us. They're the 27-inch 4K, 160 hertz. He's been loving them. Okay, let's give this a go. I'm going to try the Pavo Omni out. And let's do infected the conduit. Public queue. Best go to the right window. Okay, infected the conduit elite, public queue. Let's give it a go. Activate and deactivate the gotcha. Here's the pop. I should probably put like Valdor on. Screw it.
The situation is...
What the? Bridge officers went bye-bye? Okay. Gotta love STO. You change one thing and sometimes it'll just rip everything off your build. Activate. Yep, gotcha. Okay, hit that activate button. I'll see what that notification is here in a moment.
Scanning the nanite transfer. Gone. Additional data is available.
Slow.
The nanite probe is
Also dead. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change the sizing here of that. There we go. Instead, let's make it a really messy experience. Let's take out the right side. If I were to wait another second.
A probe is closing in on a transfer. Destroy it.
Yeah, I'm on like a full deep setup, so I don't have any survivability. Guess I could just try to work on both at the same time. Oh, the cube's gone too far away now. Yeah. I want to try Pavo out on this build in a high-end run, but I've died 3 times now, so... I should have put Valdor console on for some survivability. This is like the full DPS glass cannon loadout for this ship, so... If there's not a tank in there, it's gonna be a rough time.
This is our go, Rapids. You will escort us to your own world.
I don't think there's any spheres left. No. Oh, there's something. Oh, it's a sphere. Yeah, not exactly a good run. But there's the graph in action there and visuals of this. Yeah, I definitely would need to scale this down just a little bit more, but it's fine. I think for the current scaling, I would probably turn the graph functionality off just for the scaling right now on my current monitor. Casual DPS can do nothing without tank standing. Yes, Kathy, thank you for the $5 USD. Very much appreciated. Thank you, Storm, for reminding me there. I heard the beep, but it scrolled up just enough in Restream. Kathy, again, thank you. Oscar has live parser now? Yep. Megla, yes, it does. And there's tables you can upload to, but the uploads right now are not currently working. Yes, thank you for the casual membership. Much appreciated. The attacks in. I just defaulted to head SCM there when I went to click the parser. Okay, let's take a look at that again. So yes, again, thank you for the casual membership. No, on the main window, it shows up fine. Yeah. How have you been, Megla? Look at that graph, that big spike there. They zero out when nothing is happening. Gotcha. Okay. Big maelstrom hit right there. Emma, how's it going? Megla. Terrible. Terrible, Megla. I'm curious to see how the scaling is. Yeah, the scaling's perfectly fine on my 4K monitor. It's on the 1440 that it's like it could be too. The scaling here might be because my 4K monitor is at 150% in Windows, and then the 1440p is at 100. I don't know if that would screw things up, but the different Windows scalings on the different monitors probably don't help there. Try scaling down the 4K. Yeah, let me do that. Yeah, that looks like that immediately fixed it. Yeah, it's just, it looks like it's a Windows scaling thing. Not surprising. Analysis here. Ah. Yeah, the analysis isn't showing up for the run we just did. Do other runs show up here? Get that log. Hit the button under scan. Might be a bug. Yeah. I mean, I'll just send you the entire combat log file. Sure. There you go. Romeo? Upload failed. See if I can just drop that right into the Oscar chat. There we go. Yeah, that's my current combat log file. Try restarting Oscar again? Okay. Carlos? Romeo? If you don't have alts you intend to use and want to acquire SAD, I think getting it on account-wide unlock is always the way to go. And I mean, the 12th bundle does have other things going for it. Could be the Pavo. Yeah, could be Pavo. Yeah, something about that specific parse Oscar doesn't like. Could be the Pavin Omni. Okay. Let's get into the next run here. Thanks, how's it going? Romeo? Oh, just trying some things out. Navy Man, I haven't used them that extensively. Aside from just doing a quick test with them. No problem. Dark Ghost, how's it going? Okay, we got a lot of people in here. Let's do a Crystalline Catastrophe Elite, or Advanced Public Queue. I wish there was an Elite. Crystalline Catastrophe Advanced Public Queue. Back up and start a new log. I'll do that at the end of this TFO. Triz, he needs to pick up the new Muds bundle. He won't. You know, with that bundle actually having 2 epic tokens in it, that makes it the cheapest way to get epic tokens moving forward. You spend 150 bucks, you can get 6 epic tokens. Compare that to Nick and his recent opening he did, where he got like 2 epics out of like 200 bucks worth of boxes. Yeah, something like that. 2,500. I made the thumbnail for him on that one, but I deleted the file because I did some terrible meme things with it. We had some alternative thumbnail ideas that were definitely not going to be able to uploadable, or they weren't YouTube safe. I would hope that they have an upgradable proton weapon, yeah. You would hope. The terrible thumbnail idea for Nick was after he only got 2 epics out of the $200 worth of Zen was to, well, it implied, you know, him being screwed over. As soon as I saw the Marion was in it, I was going to pick it up no matter what. The Marion, for me, the Marion is very useful for some specific stuff that I do. It's not going to be useful for everyone else, though. But for me, with the side nuke stuff that I like to do, it has very useful applications. Yeah. Did you see the thumbnail? Oh, you did, didn't you, Chia? I deleted it. I was like, I can't accidentally show this on stream. Like it was something else. There, we'll leave him. Oh, Maslin, thank you for the follow. Is the Enterprise J a good ship? Also a good looking one? Is it worth it to buy from? So if you're looking to get it on account wide unlock, I mean, the mods bundle is going to be the best way to go. The Enterprise J is a promotional tier ship, which is occasionally available on the player exchange for about 1.5 billion EC. 1.5 billion EC is worth a little bit over $100. So your choice is to spend $100 worth of resources to get it for a single character, or spend $150 to get it from a mods bundle on account wide unlock, along with up to 6 to 7 other ships. So to me, the mods bundle option is just much better to go with. Romeo, no, not right away, but there will be another bundle sale at some point where they'll bring back the older mods bundles. Jerome? Sidred, Hanger Pet, plus secondary deflector, yeah. Do I know if the Chronogami displacers warp core breaches show up on this parser? I don't know, P-Cubed. SCM may have just filtered that out because of the warp core breaches, so Oscar shouldn't have the same limitation in that regard. You're fine, Jerome. Romeo? Glad to help. Okay, I was going to back up the combat log file here, so let's rescan that. Crystalline shows, just that infected doesn't want to show. Yeah, analysis work there. Okay, I'm gonna do what Sizer said and get rid of the combat log file there. Where's the shortcut to go in and just nuke it? Yeah. Shinga, how's it going? Okay, I'm gonna just hop into SCM real quick and nuke the file here. Because that in fact, it seems to be causing some issues. So let's back this up. It. There's probably the same functionality in Oscar. I just did not see it there. Yeah, I always wanted to get the Thry just for the visuals, but I just never wanted to spend the resources for it. Next War, how's it going? The Suliban Cell Ship Bridge is very compact. Everything's in one very small room, and there is some duty officer missions that you can do on that bridge from one of the consoles that can get you some of the DOFs from the Romulan Survivor DOF pack. If you there's a way to go in and like pick all the missions up and run all of them in one go, but you can potentially make your money back from the Suliban Cell Ship over time via those duty officer missions. Left button below browse. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, there will be a tutorial for Oscar up on the channel eventually. It's not something I'm going to be getting around to like in the next couple days or anything like that, but yeah, long term there will be. Left button below browse. Gotcha. Yeah, yeah. Like Waldo said, the Suliban cell ship missions cannot be ended early. This parse isn't wanting to show up either. I wonder if it's that Pavin Omni. Let me do a run where I take that off and let's see if it'll show up then. Need to get on the video. I'm gonna do a run without it and just see what happens. So let me turn the real time back on. Let's do, I'm gonna just go into something quick here just to try this out. Let's do a cure found delete public queue. Well, the Excelsior 2 console, I was just using that for that little bit extra AoE clear in infected runs. I took French in high school, and I remember like none of it. They saw the strategy video, Mercstar, and they like nuked all the stuff that was doing in that. Yeah, it looked terrible. I know. Yeah, I know, Rob. I know. No. Terrible chaps. Terrible. See, I have no survivability on this build. This is what you would call a glass cannon. I think I need to go to a non-glass cannon loadout. Feels like that's probably going to help today. Yeah, my solo loadout's got a bit more survivability, but the DPS loadout, that is more optimized for a different environment. I need to craft some more batteries one. So. I'd say for ship builds, check out the builds Discord, which is linked in the description down below. Yeah, check out the builds Discord if you're looking for build help there. For the ship configuration, builds Discord, toss some pictures of your ship in, and should be able to help you out there. Yeah, the hanger pack consoles are worth more than the isomags last I checked. Everyone just defaults to picking the isomags, but the other advanced consoles in some cases are still worth more because everyone defaults to just picking isomags. Just bought the Awani? Very nice. Geops, I appreciate you. Do you guys happen to hear any electrical interference when I'm talking? I'm beginning to think I might have something wrong with my audio interface. I'm listening to the monitor, and I can hear some like electrical interference. Gramsman? Yeah, it's a good time to buy isomags. None? Okay. Burnagami does appear in Oscar. Good. Yeah, it's weird. I've been hearing it the past couple of days, and if I touch the like the top of the audio interface, it'll stop making the electrical interference sound, but eventually when I take my hand off it, it'll start up again. So I don't know what's going on there. No, there's no solar panels around. Oil wine in the head. Sounds like a grounding problem. Could very well be. Bruto, how's it going? Okay, how does that parse open up here? Yeah, none of these want to open up in the analysis page for me. OP for parser. Terrible. Grab another parse. Flaw 2 mil. So this one worked. So it's something about my new parses it's not wanting to open up in it. So this 2 mil fall run that I did, this opens up. But for whatever reason, my normal combat log doesn't want to. I got a line on it. Gotcha. Oh, it's Sandor. It's coming along very well. So this is a beta state of it. You know, they have an exe of it, which is linked in the description down below. If you want to play around with it, look for bugs and things like that. It is in a beta state. It's still in development, but again, they've made a ton of progress on this recently, and it has come a long way in just the past couple of months. Yeah, it's going to probably pop up with that. There was a prior version that Windows Defender had even blocked. You can go through, look at the source code for it all on GitHub if you want. And I'll have the GitHub for that linked down below again. Pop that up here. So if you want to take a look at Oscar, there again is the GitHub page for it, and you can go in and take a look at the source code of all of it if you want. Like it's all right there in the open. Am I going to stream the new bundle opening? Yeah, I can. If people are interested in seeing the experience of me opening that bundle, I can do that. 1701, how's it going? Yeah, the builds are automated. They're being done right through GitHub. So yeah, no funny stuff's going on. You can take a look through all the source code for it. That was one of the key points of Oscar is it's open source. One of the issues with SCM is that SCM is really locked down. The code's obfuscated. We can't go in there and make changes for it. The developer for it left the game many years ago. So SCM has been in a state of us not being able to do any maintenance on it. Oscar is going to be replacing SCM later this year and gives us room to go in and fully customize things as we want. And something else I want to quickly mention is over on the CasualSAB Discord here. Over on the CasualSAB Discord in the giveaways channel, there's a code for Battlestar Galactica Deadlock for those of you interested. Fanatical has a sale going on right now where you can pick up the complete edition of BSG Deadlock for like $3. So I picked that up yesterday along with Frostpunk there for a total of $7. If you go in and pick up a few other things, you can get the games as cheap as $3 per. But if you are interested in BSG Deadlock, there's the bundle, and you can get you'll have a chance of getting a free copy of it, of the base game, in my Discord, because I already had the game. I just need some of the DLC. So I took the codes for the DLC I was missing, and I'm giving away the base copy of the game, plus some of the other DLC. Not all of it, but some of it. When I tried to go in and deobfuscate SCM, I was just in over my head. It was just for longevity, Dan, it was better to get a new parser going than try to continue SCM. Valerie, I'm not entirely sure yet. I mean that's about 60 gigabytes worth of data, and I'm not sure if we would want to, because the other thing is with the files on the SCM server, they are the way that they're zipped is that they're .scm files, so they'd have to be unzipped and converted over to the format we need. So I don't know if that's going to happen, to be honest. And there's also Cryptic's fixing the bridge officer issue, meaning that a lot of runs from the past couple of years, that they were from bugged time periods. So I think it might just be easier to just have a fresh start. I mean, there's room for discussion on that still, but I think a fresh start probably is just the easiest way to go. What is my opinion of the Quark Marauder? Let's pop that up on the STO Wiki and take a look at it. Playable one, and then we'll hit the T6. Okay, so the Quark's Marauder, it's a 5/3 ship, Lieutenant Commander TAC, Commander Inge, Merrick Worker, Lieutenant Inge, Lieutenant Commander Psi, Merrick Worker, Ensign Universal. It's okay, but there are better ships out there nowadays. Even in the C-Store, there's better ships than this, so if you're a fan of the Decora, that's fine. Make it work, but this is a ship that is a bit dated by current standards. Yeah, the Gagarin definitely is a much more accessible Commander Merrick Worker ship that is similar to this, so I mean, it's fine. If you want to fly it, you can make it work, but there are better ships out there. Plan to bring in the old database? Yeah, I mean, if there's room for that, then I'm fine with it. I can get a full, copy of all the logs over there. Get all of that moved over. Only for reference and historical value. Yeah, there is a mods bundle with the Quark's Marauder. It's the out of this wormhole choice pack. Possible. Yeah, and when you look at Oscar, look at the league standings, there is room for seasonal records also. So there's a lot of tables up on here, and like I said, long term, there's room for more. Even some solo tables for those of you that like the solo challenge. Minor Instabilities Elite has a table up on here. Well, though I think that would make the most sense. Yeah. Yeah, and again, the server side for the league tables right now, it's very limited for the time being, and you're not going to be able to upload for until the monthly data limitation rolls over or whatever. But long term, we're in discussion to get a more permanent setup for the tables. So in the next month or two, that should be progressing along quite nicely. And with regards to SCM, SCM isn't going to stick around at the end of this. You'll still be able to use the standalone version of SCM, but long term, once Oscar takes over, we're not renewing the tables for SCM anymore. So I'll download everything from the database over on on the SCM side before it fully shuts down and make that available for anyone interested. But in the once Oscar takes over, that's where the tables are going to be moving forward, and they're going to be on different server infrastructure. Yes, there is going to be we're gonna I'll talk about donations for the server side stuff a bit closer to when that all is going down, but yes, there is going to be some stuff out there for community support for the server side. Any chance of allowing a single tune to upload in multiple build categories on the same map, so I don't have to make a tune for Do and a tune for Torps? Yeah, Steven mentioned it on the Discord. Yeah, if you guys have any feedback about Oscar, you want to ask questions about it, or mention a bug that you found, head over to the Builds Discord. There's an Oscar support channel there. And if you're wanting to see the development side of it, you can grab the development role, and you can see the developer channels up above. But for like any bugs you find, I think posting them in the Oscar support channel in the software category on the Builds Discord is probably the best way to go. So again, Oscar is linked down below if you want to try it out yourself. There is still some bugs that are being worked out. We found one already here, but it is very functional. So let's do another TFO now. And I missed a question, and I'll get to it after this. There was a question about the other ships in the upcoming Muds bundle, about which of them are going to be actually worth using. I'll get to that here in a moment, but let's do another infected. Which popped very quickly. Is Organic Nebula good for EPG builds? Honestly, Spider, I don't know. I think pretty much after, with all the issues that those new last gen abilities had, not many people have used them long term. Yeah, it shuts your weapons off, which for some people can be quite an issue. And on the real time, like Sizer said before, make sure you're activating at the start of the combat and then deactivating it at the end. It currently is not smart enough to automatically detect that.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Scanning the nanite transfer. Done. Additional data is available.
This audio legends. You will escort us to your home world, where we will begin assimilating your culture and technology.
The nanite probes can repair the transporters. Stop them.
Rear shield failing. Right shield failing. Left shield failing. Hull integrity below 75%.
A little bit of lag right there.
Target shields have failed. Core shields failing.
Saberson, how's it going? I'm just gonna spread in there.
Shield failing. Core shields
A
failing.
probe is closing in on a transporter. Destroy it.
I mean, I'd like for the Dyson bundle to have the ships for each faction. I think that'd be the best.
Hull integrity below 70%.
Best to see overall, but I don't know if they'll do that.
Shields failing. Shields failing. Target shields have failed. Rear shield failing. Left shield failing. Right shield failing.
Terrible.
Target shield has failed.
From this time forward, your culture will adapt to service ours.
Not as great of a run, and I've got CSV misfiring. CSV went off there. Nah, no tank. Let's see. I bought out and I keep hitting SCM. Okay. Yeah, 57% attacks in there. Let's see. Does this one show up under analysis? It does. So I wonder if it was the Pavo Omni. In randoms, everyone's a tank? Yeah. Thanks, Roberto. Okay, I had a question pop up about the upcoming Muds bundle. Like, what aside from the Atlas is worth it in there? So let's hop on over to the wiki. Spencer needs a patch. I know. Anything under 1 million feels bad. I'm on a solo like setup right now though, so it just naturally does less damage. Catch the misfires. I mean, when you're looking at damage out and you're looking at a specific ability, you can see when like the CSV will screw up sometimes. So CSV selection. You can see that there's like not much CSV damage going on from like 140 seconds to 165. There was a misfire there. These big red spikes here, you can see, you know, is where CSV is doing a lot of work. Okay, so STO wiki here. So the Universe class of ships is one of the few ships in the game that do have a commander or that they have a commander temp op plus lieutenant commander temporal. There are others out there now, like the World Razor, but these ships are capable of performing well as like I shouldn't say well. They are capable of doing a torp setup if you wanted to. CF3 plus recursive 3. It's not going to be great on these ships because the layout on them is a bit inch heavy, but they are fun to mess around with. They've got 2 hangar bays, and the lance ability on them is buffed up by EPG, so you could do some weird like psi stuff on these ships if you wanted to. Not great though because it's just a lieutenant psi, but you can, yeah. The Valkys can also use the Romulan drone ships if you wanted. Again, not necessarily the best ships ever, but they are fun to fly. And then we have the Marion. And for the TOS ships, you know, we know the Atlas, but the D9 and Thry, they're the same as the Atlas stats wise. It's just, do you want the different visuals, which I can't even see right now. There we go. Yeah, World Razor or Temporal Light Cruiser would both be much better indeed. And actually, I can just show these ships over on Tribble. Yeah, when the NJ first came out, used it as a tank platform, yep. Giant Dutch Viking, how's it going? Yeah, the novelty of them. Yeah, the visuals, big part of it. Anything can tank if you're brave enough? Indeed. So, these ships, like the Enterprise J and the KDF and Romulan versions of it, they're just really big ships. They're fun to fly. You can do some interesting setups on them, but they are not as capable as newer ships. But again, it's really just down to the fact that they're such big ships. Like here is the KDF one, and I think it's a really cool design. It's a really long ship. Dan, I think when I finished all the space stuff, I was around 500 for Endeavors. The Thry is another one that I know some people are really interested in visually. Certainly a unique design. It's like an enlarged Talis or Tavaro. It's got that big bird under it. Cooper? Talis and the Daredex had a baby? Yes, yeah, exactly. Not a very effective ship with the stats it has, which is Commander Engineer with nothing on it, Lieutenant Tac or Lieutenant Uni, Lieutenant Commander Tac with Temporal, Lieutenant Inge with Command, Lieutenant Science. Not the best ship, but you can make, well, you can do a build on it, but it ain't going to be the best. I also have the D9 here, which is a bit different looking as well. I don't think I've ever actually seen anyone out flying the ship, to be honest with you. Interesting options there for it. I think that Forest looks cool. But the basic Type 3A, it's very plain. And the ship that I'm most interested in personally from this bundle is the Marion. The Marion, for me, it's more for the side torp stuff I do for really high-end split runs. This ship's going to work well for that. But those are builds that are designed for one specific situation, and they completely suck anywhere else. So this thing's also referred to as the guitar pick. You could set it up as a side torp platform and be fine, or do like a side tank on it and do well also, but I know not everyone's going to be a fan of the design of this ship. Stats-wise, the Marion's 4-3 secondary deflector, does have a hangar bay. The console on it, yeah, it's 25 rad damage, 25% Cat 1 rad damage. The stations on this, it's very similar to the Courage. It's like a fixed Psi mode Courage is what I've often thought of it as, where it's a commander Psi with command, a lieutenant commander Inge with command, an ensign Psi, lieutenant Tac, and then a lieutenant commander universal. I mean, the trade on the Marion, that's potentially up to 175 Control X, Drain X, and EPG skill. So that traits a lot, but apparently, from what I'm hearing, I also misspoke in my video. It is just 5 stacks, not 15. The 15 seconds is the duration, which you guys hopefully saw with the text right up on screen there, and I think I corrected it a couple seconds later. But this trait could potentially be interesting for some builds, but from what I'm hearing, the trait, when you get a new stack of it, it doesn't refresh the duration of all the other stacks. So that may be a limiting factor of it for some people. Is the Spock experimental vessel good science ship? You can do, I mean, you can set it up fine, but it's not the most effective platform, no. But getting the that jellyfish ship there, the Spock experimental vessel, that does have the quad micro Kelvin photons on it, so those are really fun torps to use. Not very effective, but they're fun visually. Buy the Gam pack. It looks like more grind than this new bundle instead. Keep in mind, this is a MUDs bundle, so it is always going to be available. Like, it'll occasionally hop out of the store, you know, long term, but during future MUDs bundle sales, it's always going to pop back up. Yeah, but I've shown how the MUDs bundles work before, too. I think I might have a MUDs bundle still copied over here. Let me check. One of these characters has a MUDs bundle on it. Yeah, the Dill-X was always going to skyrocket with this MUDs bundle. Like, the DPRM is still, like, a very popular console for a lot of people. One of these characters. Which bundle is better according to... I mean... both are good in their own ways. I mean, I think the D7, you know, the ship, the D7 there, it's not only got ruined, but the ship itself is also very capable. So, from a, like,
Get your Comet
I think
cocktail.
both are good in their own
4.7%
ways.
discount for the next 3 minutes.
I cannot find the character that has a MUDs bundle on it. I'll check one more. For stats, do they have a stacking penalty? No. The only thing in this game that really has diminishing returns is resistance and debuff. Well, the thing is, I'm over on the triple test server, so that doesn't help either. But one of these characters has a MUDs bundle. Yeah, the D7. The D7's a usable platform. The thing with the DPRM is that the ship it's on isn't good. But that's what sucks. Okay, I can't find this MUDs bundle. Let's close Tribble. I've got a video showing how MUDs bundles work, but it is a selection. Yeah. Oh, I'm outside of the map. Yeah, it's a shame that there isn't a bundle sale going on right now. I did want to pick up the Disco Inferno bundle, but I'll have to wait for another sale at some point in the future. Okay, let's do another TFO here. Defense of Starbase 1 Elite shuttles only. I don't even have a shuttle on most of my characters. The shuttle stuff just really doesn't appeal much to me personally. And I know some of these queues won't even let you join up if you're just in a shuttle. I haven't even looked at the ship you're talking about in a while. Let me pull it up. I mean, it's a pretty flexible setup. You basically would just go in, find a different, a science build on a different ship, and you just copy it over. It's got a very flexible layout, given that it's a bunch of universals with just the fixed commander size. So you could copy a Vern build over, directly to the ship and do fine. So you could make it work. It's not going to be as effective as the other platforms out there due to the specializations on it, but just basically find a science build that you like, and you're going to be able to copy this over like one for one. Between those two, Mark, I would go calm. Calm before the storm between those two. For Valkys or NJ, are they viable? Like you can make a build work on those Sabersin, but understand that they're never going to be as viable as the other temporal command ships out there, like the Temporal Light Cruiser, like 1701 I mentioned before, the World Razor. Like it's you can make it work, but it's never going to be as effective as the other options out there. One of the big limiting factors with the NJ line of ships for a torp setup is you just don't have enough room to also go in and put like mine stuff on. Uh Saberson, I'm looking at your comment on Twitch, the NJ and the Valkys. You can make them work, but they're not gonna be great. On the YouTube side, it was a choice between Calm or Strike, and I think between those two, Calm is the better pick. I'm just responding to messages here. Yeah, the issue with temporal tunneling, yeah, is exactly that. Is it's 5 seconds of uptime, and you need to have something on your build that can trigger it. Is there a Borg Tribble? I believe so. I don't think it does anything that great. What would be the best ship if you had to pick one ship for all control build? I mean, you're basically just asking, what the best science ship is, and at that point, you're going for something like the Vern. Like any of the high-end sci platforms are going to work fine. And like if you wanted to do that on your, the Vulcan experimental scout ship, you could do it. Just not going to be as good. Blanc, how's it going? It's more of calm before the storm. It's just it's up 50% of the time. Temporal tunneling is better, but you have to make sure you're using the trigger at the right point in the run, and you want to make sure you're able to fully take advantage of that 5 seconds that it's up. Malicious AI's cooldown has been changed. I don't remember what the new cooldown is on that. Let me check. I think the CDR sheet was updated with it. Not. I have an Excel spreadsheet that I refer to sometimes. It's CDR's cooldown reduction, so it's one of the tools by the STO Better folks. I don't think it's been updated though to include the new abilities. But you can see like this just has info for the duration, base cooldown, duplicate cooldown, group cooldown, all that type of stuff. I think it was discussed recently in the builds Discord. I'm just looking for where it was in there. I think it was mentioned. I'm pretty sure there was discussion of the cooldown on it here recently. I don't remember. Malicious AI is 20 seconds, so malicious AI would not be enough on its own for the Atlantis Strait. Tractor beam would be probably the way to go, yeah. No, that wouldn't even be enough on, or no, group cooldown 15 seconds. Okay. Yeah, that'd probably work best for it. Nick has been persistently bugging me, telling me I should grow it back out. That's why there's a beard. ISE Spencer full glass cannon? You want me to bring out like the full deep slowed out full glass cannon? Let's get this a bit more organized. And if that's the case. Yeah, I believe they are. Do it. With Nick on this one. We'll see. Okay, we're gonna do an infected. I think that's off cooldown, but let's do it with a. Oh, it's got 6 minutes left. Okay. I don't know how to do too many of these other TFOs, so let's do a crystalline catastrophe advanced again. Public queue. DCA. Again, you know, I'm a DPS player. Aside from the Borg maps, I don't know any of the other stuff. But this is, I think, 4 or 5 days of letting it grow out. Ask Nick to be a free-to-play tank ship build? Oh, no. Any idea what I'm going to solo next? I haven't decided. It'll probably be a little bit before I do the next solo video. Seeing a bit more misfires today. Oh. A little bit of lag spike right there at the end. Brilliant, how's it going? The Awani, well, if I mean, I would get the Awani before I'd get the, get the Cardassian ship for Calm. The Awani console's too powerful on a do build. And the pets are too impactful. That poor entity. This map should be 5 times the size it filled with like 5. Yeah, I mean, just one really difficult crystalline entity would be great. Mad, I think sometime next month. Last year there was a Phoenix event near the end of April, so could still be a ways out. In the meantime, I am preparing for it. Me too. Need all the ship upgrades. At the Cardassian battle, nothing to sneeze at. I don't think they do the crystalline event anymore because of how fast it's completed. Ranger, I already received a response from Crying about that and was told that torpedoes are not, that they're not energy weapons. They don't have, firing cycle haste like the other stuff. So torpedoes are not going to get haste from the Iwani console again. It just ain't gonna happen. I disagree with that, but that's the decision Cryptic has went with. Okay, let's do an infected run that's got a tank in here if possible. I'll set this one up as a private. Torpedoes aren't OP enough? No. Torpedoes are not OP enough. Appreciate that, Ranger. And anyone want to tank an infected? I believe in you, Cheops. Okay, we got two more slots open in an infected. We got a tank in here, Cheops. If anything goes wrong, we can just blame Cheops. Giant Dutch Viking, I don't know. Dan and Romeo were the first two to respond. Or Krellian. I'm sorry, Krellian and Dan were the first two. Romeo, I'll get you in on the next run. How did I come up with my stream name? I don't even remember. Dan, I don't remember at handles. Okay, Ranger's gonna bail out. So I'll get Romeo, Krellian, and Dan in. You guys drop at handles in chat. I've got a lot of people on my friends list, and I'm terrible at remembering names. But no, it was just casual. It was always a joke because I was doing, you know, all the DPS stuff, and SAB is just my initials. Oh. Nick is sleeping. Okay, is everyone good to go? Evo, how's it going? So my name before this was SOB's Casual Corner. Again, the casual was basically just in the name as sort of a joke because I was always doing like min-max level stuff like PvP, you know, DPS chasing, the opposite of casual. So it was just basically just a joke. And then CasualSAB, I just was looking for something a bit simpler and a bit shorter name-wise, and just figured that
The
fit.
situation is
Cheops, yeah.
Warning, ship is under attack.
scanning the nanite transformer. Got it. There's no defense
Defensive
available.
capabilities are unable to withstand us. Lower your shields and await assimilation.
Slow.
The nanite probes can repair the transformers. Stop them.
Target shields have failed.
Yeah, sloppy. It was terrible. My piloting today is not great.
Transwarp conduit has been destroyed.
Both the simulators, yeah. Be sloppy. I don't know why I keep opening SCM. I just keep botting out and hitting it. I'm so used to that. Yeah, it was funky. It was not great on my part. 1261. And there is also a copy result. She can drop right into the chat, of course. I know. Yeah, first contact day reward should be revealed next week, yeah. Go. Not the best flying on my part, but good run. Geops, thank you for the tanking. Very much appreciated. I don't know if Raw was also tanking. I don't know. Yeah, it was a little bit sloppy, I know. Gotcha. Steven, you around? Get another infected going. Fix these loadouts. Oh, you're not at your computer? Rip. Yeah, let's get another infected going. Darthon, you want a tank? I 3 spots for an infected space elite. We have a tank in here. Voltic, 2 slots left. I'm grabbing the first 2 people I see in chat. One more. Who wants in here? Microvax? Okay. Microvax, let's get you in here. Just trying to cycle through people, make sure I, try and get runs in with as many people as possible. Steven, stick around. Yeah, I mean, it should be on par, Krellian, with what you see with like SCM and all that. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be the numbers you get from it going to be very, very close. And yeah, a bit more accurate because SCM has filters that blocks out some stuff. Oscar doesn't have any of those filters like that. Okay, so Chrono's in a tank. Riley, Microvax, Voltic. What type of build you guys in? Voltic's in a suck build. Okay, Microvax and Riley, what type of build you guys in? And are you both ready? You're on a DPS build. DSV Acheron? Oh, that's what I want to hear. Okay. You both ready to go? Riley, you ready? Here we go.
The situation is clear. Begin by destroying the nanite generators. Then destroy the...
Warning. Ship is under attack. Warning. Ship is under attack.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Got it. Additional data is available.
Can't hit people now. Can't hit that. I'm gonna have to read the window. I can't click on teammates. Oh, that right assimilator's still up.
And biological distinctiveness.
The nanite probes can repair the transporters. Stop them.
I forgot to hit activate. Okay, real time's not gonna be up here. I gotta remember to hit that. A little bit of lag there, a little bit of mess left over. Oh boy. STO server's not cooperating. Holy cow. We're getting stowed today, aren't we?
Probe is closing in on a transporter. Destroy it.
Where'd my gravel go?
Your defensive capabilities are unable to withstand us. Lower your shields and await assimilation.
Target shield has failed.
The best server performance. Oh, there's a loose sphere behind us. Oh. Yeah, I forgot to hit the activate on the real-time parser. The Iwani trait's broken right now. It's not been fixed yet. Okay. So, deeps wise, Microvex got UF 471, Riley 439, basically 440, Voltic 278, Chrono 172, and myself at 83. No, I didn't fire my Maelstroms at all. The build that I'm running is not set up for a left-right support like this. It's a bit more specialized, so as a support build, I don't want to do a ton of damage. This build that I'm in is set up specifically for like high-level ISE runs. So it's not set up with like uncon or any of that type of stuff from what I recall. This one pop up? Yes, it does. Yep. Mark, how's it going? Is it a good idea to combo Feel the Weight of Our Presence, Inertial Supremacy, and Type 7 for their debuff? Yeah, you can do that. The green beam should be Trinary Arrays. I don't know if that was a record for anyone. Let me check in SCM. The SCM's got issues with how the map has been recently, so. Pets too many. But the Iwani trait's 30-second cooldown, but it's completely busted right now. Eddie, been good? Hope you're doing well as well. It's just a laggy run in general. No problem. Yeah, it should have been hyper-focusing Trinary Arrays, which comes off of the Lafayette and the other recon destroyers. You're fine. Yeah, the Lafayette, Iwani, yeah. Yeah, the 14th does include the Lafayette, yeah. I forgot about it, including that. Yeah, let's do another run. I know, infected back to back to back, trying to test the parser out. So I'm going to be on a lower level character. This character's nowhere near as geared, and we're going to just YOLO it. Going to go into a public queue for infected. I'm going to remember to hit the activate button on the parser, and just going to see how it goes. The ranger just going to go public queue for infected. And I'm queuing up now. It's just a debuff, Grellian. Yeah, reminder, hit the parser, thank you. How many pets I left behind after every run? A lot. A lot.
The situation is grim. There's
This character's nowhere near as geared, so the deeps is going to be much lower here. Oh boy, the timer's going backwards. That's always a wonderful sign. Bridger. Looks like I had a CSV misfire. I'm just going to stick around, clear the stuff out here. Spheres are super late at spawning in. It looks like my evasive did not get cooldown reduction either. Doesn't matter, this is super laggy. Cube's already out. Rest through this fast. I have that often. What causes the CSV misfire? Buying the servers for this game from wish.com. That's what happens. That's why this happens. Because the servers can't handle this amount of people, like with abilities activated in the same instance, and that they've got too many instances of maps on the same thread or whatever on the or partition or whatever they called it on their server. Yeah. There's just too much going on the servers. They've got too many instances on the same set of hardware. I mean, overall, Oscar, you know, the main thing I wanted to look at today, Oscar's come a long way. There's a real-time parser for it. It's functional, and there's upload capability for it, which will return here in the near future, and then will be permanently available in the next month or so. The parser's in beta. There's still some bugs being worked out, but it's been developing very rapidly. Kraus, Shinga, and everyone else involved has done a lot of good work here. It is very functional. You've got the analysis there to go, look at things in a bit of detail. It works very well. But I'm going to end things a bit short here today. Because to be honest with you, like, we've had now a couple runs in a row where the servers just have not been great. And I just don't feel like playing with the server performance being at that level right now. So I'm going to just wrap things up here. If there's any final questions people have, feel free to toss them in chat. But I just don't really feel like continuing to try and play right now when it's been multiple runs in a row with abilities misfiring, rubber banding. I mean, the timer at the start of that TFO was literally going backwards. So I just don't feel like trying to play the game when it's like that. Yeah, the spinning ship is not great. Yeah, Stanky Boy, hopefully. Infamy, how's it going? It's functional. It's usable. You can go in and use it, you can see the data. Like, there's some issues that they're working out, but if you do run into any issues, hop on over to the builds Discord in the Oscar's support channel. You can toss your issue in there and get some answers, or hopefully get it fixed. Again, the builds Discord is linked in the description, along with the GitHub link for the latest version of Oscar if you want to try it out. They're already going in trying to figure out what was causing the issues with the runs that I was trying to upload before. So yeah, I'm sorry for cutting this short. The server sucks. The audio is cutting out is because it was too far away from me. Yeah, okay. Looks like no questions. Again, thank you everyone for stopping by today. There will be a video out tomorrow and another out Monday, so stay tuned for that. I'll probably go work on those here shortly. And Nick is not streaming. I think Nick is still sleeping, so no redirect today. Let's see, is there anyone over on the Twitch side I can raid here? I don't recognize anyone on the Twitch side. Okay. Thank you all for stopping by. I will see you guys around. In ETM, Dan has applications. It's very useful for some builds. So ETM is what I'd go for first. Okay.